Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, welcome. My name is Jenny and this is our Houston Smith home. We are up bright and early on a Saturday and we are heading into Hobby Lobby this morning. I don't typically like to come do my shopping videos on Saturday, so we had to do it early. We're gonna run in here, check out the Christmas stuff. Y'all have been loving the Walmart Christmas video. Let's get in here and see what Hobby Lobby has. As you all know, it's early, but these things will sell out quickly, so I always want to be sure and share those with you as soon as I see them. Let's get in here and see what we can find for Christmas at Hobby Lobby. I always love to hit up the floral section as soon as I walk into Hobby Lobby. In my store, as soon as you walk in, it's to the right. And I was actually surprised to see quite a bit of Christmas stems, Christmas florals out. I really wasn't expecting to see this much. Y'all help me out because I'm doing this voiceover a little bit after I filmed, and I cannot remember if this Christmas stuff was already on sale. I know all of the Christmas decor was 50% off, but I'm trying to decide if the stems were as well. I cannot remember. So y'all help me out with that, and we may even see it. I may catch in the video, I may catch the sign. But anyway, I just wanted to quickly browse through all of the. I'm noticing lots and lots of glitter on these stems, and I just cannot handle a lot of glitter. Y'all let me know down in the comments, does glitter just give you the ick? I cannot stand glitter everywhere. These were pretty. I remember these being popular last year. Just a real simple stem. They have those small little pine cones. Those to me would be even really pretty just intertwined with just some other greenery. I was looking really for just some simple like Norfolk pine stems. I think they had those last year and I missed out on them. I need some Christmas greenery, but I don't want to spend a ton. I thought this was really pretty. I'm noticing a lot of pine cones in the decor this year, which I always like to use pine cones. Sometimes I'll just actually go out and get real pine cones. I remember when my boys were little, I'd let them paint like a little bit of white on the pine cones and it looked like snow, and we would just use them as like bowl filler or just decor around the house. But yeah, lots and lots of glitter I'm noticing in the Hobby Lobby section. This whole section was like silver and just very sparkly. I was seeing a lot of silver. Is silver going to be big this year for Christmas? Y'all let me know. Moving out of the floral section, they did have some little aisles out in the middle here of just the Christmas decor. And of course you saw there, it is 50% off. And I wanted to point out that sometimes you can look for things in this seasonal decor that's going to be 50% off, but it's stuff you can use year round. Like these large candlesticks. I bought some gold ones really similar to these. I love the tone of these, but I bought some really similar, a three-piece set of them, and you can just get it for a really affordable price, and that's something you can use in your decor year round. Even like these, I thought those were really, really pretty. So just keep that in mind. Browse these seasonal aisles, but you may be surprised and you may find things that you can use year round. I thought this little mirror was adorable. If you're into the bow trend, you see bows everywhere. I just thought that was super cute. Also thought this was really pretty. It almost, it was kind of like wood. It looked like wood. I don't know if it really was, but I thought it was super cute. And again, all of this stuff would be 50% off. I was over in the craft section actually looking for some things to make a necklace for our Disney trip, and I was really surprised to see these bells over here. These are priced so good, and you could make your own little Christmas decorations. Look what a steal on these. This 3-pack of very large ones. Y'all know these are so expensive, so you really could make your own little bells or just buy them and put some like velvet ribbon or some rope around them and just make your own for a really affordable price. I found these Santa mugs, and these are priced so much better. Do y'all remember in that Walmart video we found some? They were like $12. I was so shocked, but I love Santa mugs, and they had a really good selection here. I feel like gingerbread houses, that type of theme is going to be big this year. That one's really cute. It's like a cookie jar, and then they had this platter, lots of stuff. And we also saw a lot of stuff like that at Walmart too. I was noticing so many coffee mugs, and y'all know I'm a sucker for a coffee mug. I wanted them all, but I ended up not buying any, but I did want to show y'all all of this like gingerbread house stuff. Love, love, love this pink one. It had like a matte finish to it, and also it is a nice large size. If you have anybody in your life that is a coffee drinker and you need to buy a gift for them, look how adorable all of these coffee mugs are. Also seeing lots more bows. I don't think this bow trend is going anywhere anytime fast. All these little cups are adorable with the bows on there. Again, these would make like really good gift ideas. I know teachers probably get so many mugs and cups that it's crazy, but that comes to mind, like teachers' gifts, put like a little gift card or something in there. Sunday school teachers, just neighbors, friends, hosting gifts, so many different possibilities with these. And like I said, they're really large size mugs. I really, really love this tumbler, and it was interesting because it's like a metal, it's like a stainless steel. And so you can imagine what that sounded like when I dropped it. My husband was like across the store, and I'm like, he's going to know that was me. I had to leave that in the video because I got tickled about it. I dropped that, and it was just like the loudest sound. I thought these would even make cute little gift ideas too. It's just a cutting board and a kitchen towel. I just thought those would be cute. And if y'all know me, if you followed me very long, if you followed me last Christmas and all the Christmases before, you know that red and white stripes like this, especially that vintage look or like the ticking stripe, that is just my thing for Christmas. I love that. It makes me think of my grandma. And so I just love stuff like that. So I thought that would be really cute little gift ideas. They had these really cute water bottles. I think those are the Simple Modern brand. I can't really remember. I can't tell by looking at them. They do carry the Simple Modern. But do y'all buy like seasonal water bottles like that? Or do you just prefer something generic that you can just use all the time? Because I think those are so cute, but those bottles are so expensive. So I kind of just stick to something I can use year round on those. I was browsing through the Christmas trees. They have some pretty trees, but somebody told me they had one similar to the Home Depot Grand Duchess Balsam Fir, which is the tree that I've had for 3 years now. And this one possibly could be what they're talking about, but I gotta be honest, I don't see a tree here nearly as pretty as my Grand Duchess. I'm thinking this one might be the one. I don't know. Y'all tell me what it's called because maybe my store just didn't have it. If you know what I'm talking about. They do have some pretty trees, but I just don't see one here that looks like the one from Home Depot. I'm telling you, y'all, Hobby Lobby just has something for everybody. I'm going to browse through these aisles. They're themed aisles. This one is just like all this Candyland type stuff. Somebody asked me on TikTok if Walmart had any Candyland themed Christmas decorations, and I need to go find them and tell them they need to go to Hobby Lobby. But this was super cute. I just thought this whole aisle would be perfect. If you had a little girl and you wanted to let her decorate her room, she could just come and pick out all these pinks and purples and pastels, and that would just be super cute. I don't have anywhere that I could do a tree like that, but I just thought it was beautiful. They had lots of throw pillows and rugs and welcome mats here. These are all super cute. There's that red and white stripe that I love so much. And then I really liked this one. It was so soft. It was like a flannel and it had the fringe on the side. That would just be a gorgeous accent pillow. They also had these like mats that you can put in front of your sink. You know, they're the good cushiony ones that'll wipe clean. I'm tempted. I may end up getting one of those. I never have. There's a little hot cocoa one. Here is a red and white striped one. So I may be tempted to get one of those this year. And then they also have just like the outdoor doormats as well and the layering rugs. I told you it seemed like the gingerbread theme was going to be really big this year. I saw so much of that stuff over at Walmart, so I saw more here, and then like an entire rest of this aisle is what I would say like peppermint, the red and white striped, all of that. Lots and lots of that theme as well. And then I was looking at some of the garlands. This one's a little different. I don't think I saw this one last year exactly like this. I have one that's similar. I think we'll come across it here in a minute. But these garlands are so pretty. And, you know, you even could layer some of these. So you could throw the bells in with, like, the red bows. Like, there's just a lot of different options you could do. If you had anywhere that you could string this garland, it would be super cute, maybe across a fireplace or something like that. Of course, Hobby Lobby is known for these viral flocked ornaments. These are huge. Some of the ones I was looking at are huge. These are that like deep dark green and burgundy, deep dark red. That is a popular color scheme, I know. And so I was seeing lots of those, a few bell ornaments here, pine cones. Had a lot of like that woodland theme as well. I got some of these the last 2 years. Year before last I found them, could only find one pack, never restocked. Last year I picked up a few more, and I love them. They're kind of that vintage looking red and white striped. Found this bow here. I could not find this in any other color. Tell me, do y'all know? All I could find it in was the black, but it was gorgeous. I thought that would be so pretty on top of a tree, but I needed maybe like a red one, but I could not find any more of any color. So y'all tell me, at your Hobby Lobby, have you seen any of those gigantic bows? I'm really liking all of these greens, and look at this set. It looks super high-end, kind of like a McGee & Co vibe. And here is some more trees. I got some different trees last year, and then I just did some like rub and buff on the pots. It gave them a whole new elevated look. Or you could sit these down in a basket. They have lots of different greenery. I saw some Norfolk pine, looks like maybe some cedar. There's some in different pots. They all kind of have that like real feel touch to them, which I like. Gorgeous wreaths. This one was so pretty already with the ribbon, but remember, you could just get your own. You could add your own bells and your own ribbon, but good prices on these. When you take that 50% off, that is just so pretty. I'm really drawn to that one. I know everybody is always on the hunt for a really good, affordable garland. Hobby Lobby has good options. These sell out super fast. This is a really nice cedar, super full, just nice and full. That one is $50 once you take half off. Then they have that Norfolk pine one there. Now, I have the My Texas House from Walmart, and I have the cedar, which I got last year. Highly recommend that one. It's gorgeous. I bought the Norfolk pine this year, and I'm not as impressed with it. It's a nice garland, but it's not near as full as these. So I think I would opt for the Hobby Lobby over the My Texas House in the Norfolk pine. So these are good options. But remember, I'm telling you, this is stocked fully. It will not be in a few weeks, probably. I would hurry and go grab that if you are needing some garland for this year. Seeing some more of these gold bows on the frame here. That's super cute. And then I came across a lot of bells. They had out so many pretty ones. This set was new as far as what I've seen. I didn't see this one last year. I like how it has like a little variety of sizes and shapes. And again, it's 50% off, so good deal on that one. It was a nice large set. And then they also had, well, I showed y'all these. Somebody had just set these down over here, but these are the ones that came from the crafting section. Now, I don't know if those ever go half off. They wouldn't be half off here, but $12.99 for that 3-pack. And those are large size. And like I said, you could put your own like velvet ribbon or something like that on there if you wanted to. But I also thought these were pretty, and I think those come from the crafts as well. Now, these wooden bells is what I went wild over. I had not seen these. I did not see these last year. I don't know if they're a completely new item. Y'all can tell me if they are, because sometimes I'm not in Hobby Lobby as often, so sometimes I miss things at Hobby Lobby. But those wooden bells went in my cart so fast. They also had these really pretty vintage-looking jingle bells, and then they had this like dark wood. These are so beautiful. I didn't end up getting any of those. I'm going to be curious to see if they're still there. wear when I go back. Lots of these really pretty like mercury glass ornaments, some single bells. All of this stuff, y'all, has such a high-end look. Good prices, though, once you take that 50% off. And I'm just impressed with it all. I have some of those bells already I got a couple of years ago. They're just classic, in my opinion, and they're always going to be in style for Christmas. This whole aisle to me was just so pretty. They had these deer. They look like they're carved wood. They're not, but they have that look about them. And I just thought they were just really gorgeous. Again, a really high-end look. They had just some pretty Christmas trees and a lot of, I don't know, just kind of like whimsical looking things to me. Like this looked super high end, and just some really pretty things that you see at other stores that are just incredibly expensive. You could totally get that look here for so much less. I found a few more of these really pretty ornaments. This one was silver and it just had kind of those leaves imprinted on it. Those were really pretty. And then they had a lot more garlands over here, or just like strands of beads and stuff. And this is another one with the bells on it, which I thought was pretty. It was just really simple. And then I found another one. Well, that one is the stars, but I found another one that is what I got last year. This one is one I got last year. And I ended up just like throwing it in an empty bowl and just had it on a shelf. You know, I just sort of let it spill out of it. I didn't even hang it up anywhere. They had some really pretty tree skirts and tree collars and all of those type of things. Look at those up top with that red bow. Again, we're seeing bows everywhere. The bow trend is not going anywhere, I'm telling you. What I tell you, here's some more bows. I told y'all the bow trend is going nowhere. And here's a whole nother aisle of pink. Somebody with a little girl, decorate your room in pink and send me some pictures because I want to so bad. I love all of this stuff. These little bow ornaments. Oh, it is so, so cute. I live with a house of boys though. I kind of love how Hobby Lobby just has a dedicated aisle to each color. Do y'all like that? This is like the silver side over here. There's a whole gold side. There was the pinks, champagnes. I think there's a white one. Then you've got all of your classic Christmas colors and really colorful looks. Here's the gold side. But I kind of like that because literally if you say, I want my theme to be gold, you can go to this aisle and you can just pick up so many different things. Look, there's some more bows I told y'all. And I thought these little deer were super cute. I did not get one of those, but I kind of wish I would have. They had a few wreaths over here. There's some of those smaller ones. Like I said, those are cute on the back of like your dining chairs or your bar stools, stuff like that. And to me, these little small trees like this are perfect for like a kitchen counter or a bathroom or just a little corner where you want to add a little bit of color. And like I said, any color you can think of, they have so many options here on all of these ornaments, all different sizes as well, tons and tons of these. These bells were kind of over in a different section, more like in the furniture section. These were huge, y'all. $11.99. Of course, it would be half off, so $6. And these were so big. You could fix these up different ways. You could use these with the ribbon that's on there, or the string that's on there, or you could put like a velvet ribbon or something like that. I think there was even a few different sizes of those, and then again some more of these just little clusters of bells, and I just think they're all so pretty. Here are some more bows, y'all. There's pink and red in these little trees, and they already have the little ornaments on there. This might sound odd, but if you decorate like a loved one's grave or something like that for Christmas, I thought these would be so pretty to sit out there. I don't know that they would be safe outside for very long, but just maybe to like sit out on Christmas Day or something like that. I don't know. When I saw those, that's just what it made me think of. And as I was going out to check out, I came across like these placemats. I thought these could be really cute underneath, you know, a little Christmas tablescape. I saw some like these somewhere else. I'm sure it was probably one of the higher end retailers. I can't remember exactly, but once you see it with like the plates and chargers and all of that on there, I thought it was really pretty. These were actually like melamine plates, and then they also had some towels and things like that that matched this whole collection. And then also, I thought these were cute. They're actually napkin rings, but I thought you could put them over like a taper candle, a candlestick, and maybe just zhuzh up your candlestick a little bit. All right, y'all, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed browsing a little Christmas with me at Hobby Lobby. Did anything catch your eyes? Is there anything you're going to try to find? Love those wooden bells. I'll insert a clip here. I actually already showed y'all those in a haul on another video, not even related to Christmas. But in case you missed that, because it was at the very end, I'll insert a clip here showing you those wooden bells. I'm calling those as like the it item of the season. Super good price on those. So I did pick them up. I already had some of the like vintage golden bells I used last 2 years, I think. So they did have those again. Lots of pretty stuff. I didn't buy anything today. Like I said, I already bought those bells a couple of weeks ago, so I don't have a haul for you. But hope you enjoyed shopping with me. Be sure and come back next week. I do upload a new video every Friday, and I hope y'all will come back then. Bye.